As the immigration debate rages on Capitol Hill, many non-U.S. citizens have charted a different path, becoming active service military members, risking both life and limb for a shot at a dream of becoming a legal American citizen. Now, this path to citizenship is a gamble, and a gamble that doesn't always pay off. So I'm standing here in front of one of Washington, D.C.'s military recruiting sites, and this is where you would go to actively enlist in the U.S. Army. Now, of those that go through these doors, most are U.S. citizens, although there is the exception that foreigners will come hoping to get citizenship through active military service. Now, there are as many as 65,000 people serving in the U.S. military that aren't actually citizens. They're legally serving by holding a green card. Now, this process can fast-track them from green card holder status to U.S. citizen.
Right now, the policy is that if, for all of our green card holders that serve, which there's a good amount in the military, as soon as you serve in a combat zone, a designated combat zone like Iraq or Afghanistan, that you don't wait 5 years. That one of the things that happens in the war zone is citizenship ceremonies, where people automatically qualify for citizenship, and it occurs all the time. So as long as you deploy, then to the war zone, you automatically become a U.S. citizen.
But it's a complex process for those willing to get into it.
Frankly, this is one of the reasons why the military started basic training naturalization, because people had the right to get their citizenship through military service, but oftentimes the system wasn't catching up with them.
Now, the majority of non-U.S. citizens serving are classified as legal, but is it possible for undocumented immigrants to serve too? Well, President Obama alluded as much during an announcement signaling a shift in his deportation strategy in June of last year. The Boston Globe wrote at this time, President Obama's decision last week to immediately halt the deportation of certain young illegal immigrants generated widespread joy and relief among the undocumented and their advocates. But the majority policy shift which Obama said included those who have served in the military also stirred confusion. The numbers are unverifiable in part because no one from the military is going to admit to breaking federal laws. And it's difficult to verify those who are legally serving as well.
With the heavy operational tempo of the U.S. military, people are getting deployed all around the world, and the Department of Homeland Security, which is responsible for making them citizens, was having a hard time finding them and turning them into citizens.
Another issue, those legally documented workers serving may not reap the same familial benefits if injured or killed while serving. Now, if someone who is legally serving but not yet a citizen dies while active, it's unclear if their loved ones will see any of their benefits because of legal status.
Family members have died in Iraq and Afghanistan, such as in 2007, one of the U.S. soldier was taken prisoner and went missing. He was killed, and I believe his wife or his family was illegal. So there's a question of what about the family members of people who've died fighting for the United States, and what is their living here? And those are all things where I think if you talk to people who serve, they say, gosh, this family has given more to the United States than a lot of Americans have. And how do we find a path to citizenship for these people?
Now, of those several thousand serving with the hope of realizing a dream, it's a process with risks as well as rewards. In Washington, Margaret Howell, RT.